All right, President Donald Trump has been isolated from world politics and is expressing shock that none of the NATO members, South Korea, Germany, Australia, any of them are not standing by him or sending warships to his rescue. Yes, the US Iran war, tug of war has intensified and he has expressed shock at Iran's capabilities. Anyway, in the recent news, he has told that Trump has locked horns with NATO over Iran, says US does not need allies. Just a day ago, he has told that he would welcome any of the allies to send warships for fight against Iran. But however, that seems to be not the case because he has said that he does not need any allies to secure the Strait of Hormuz. In a post on Social, Truth Social, that is an social media platform, Trump said that the US had been informed by most of the allies that they do not want to get involved. Yes, all the allies, it could be South Korea, Germany, Australia, have categorically told that they do not want to be involved in this war. And here is what is his recent press conference. He's saying that all of Iran's leaders are dead. Yes, the first objective that USA tried to do, which it has done with earlier, that could be Saddam Hussein of Iraq or Venezuela or any other nations, was to do a regime change, which it has failed in Iran because assuming that regime change would topple the government and would completely make it clueless. But no, he has expressed shock that even though all the Iran leaders are dead, it is still continuing to fight. That is the first thing because remember, Iran is a great power, it is a civilizational diplomacy, and it will continue to have its own place in the world politics. The second most important thing is war is affecting not just US or Israel but US allies in the Gulf, which USA had not completely contemplated. There are reports saying that Trump was informed by the Democrats or the people in his government that our ties with Saudi, Qatar, and Bahrain could be affected because they are very much in the vicinity of Iran to be you know um, threatened, right? But however, this did not ring alarm bells, and Trump continued to attack Iran. And he says that he doesn't know who is leading Iran now and these attacks and who are the people who are taking the decision. So he's completely clueless. First thing first, the ties with Saudi Arabia, Qatar are very, very crucial for US capitalists because they have a lot of money invested in Dubai and UAE. Going ahead, there are a lot of civilian damages that have happened in USA for US and its ally citizens, and it is concerning even in Iran as well. The third thing is the Trump government does not know if Iran is ready for a deal. We all know that there are three major conditions that Iran has put. One is the entire war expenditure that Iran has lost should be repaid by USA, which is a bit of a stretch. The second thing is there will be no such attack in future on Iran, that they will guarantee that there will be no such attack. And the third thing is in the Persian Gulf, whatever are the other uh, places of USA's existence, they would be completely removed. Now, these are all demands of Iran. I don't know whether US and the Trump government is even contemplating fulfilling it. But the cause of concern is around 2,000 people, mostly civilians, lesser military people have died in this US Israel versus the Iran conflict, which is concerning. Second thing is it is economically impacting the whole of the world, that is stocks of Brent crude oil back. That is because crude oil per barrel has now moved from to $105 from just under $70 per barrel. Okay, now this is a big jump. It is going to have widespread repercussions. We call it as the domino effect, where one thing falls, everything starts falling. So it is going to affect world economy. There seems to be no respite in this war. We don't know how many long days it is going to take, and we need one person who needs to broker a peace between both, who has good relations between both the nations. Definitely it could not be Saudi Arabia or Qatar because even though they are Islamic countries, they have not had good relations with Iran of their internal strife. However, the Finland president has called upon New Delhi to broker peace between US and Iran. That is, if India can get involved, that would be great, considering that we have great presence of diplomacy, that is, especially S. Jaishankar was able to get two LPG containers through the Strait of Hormuz, and that is a good symbol that okay, they are able to have some coordination and dialogue with Iran. So they have suggested Finland, but things remain to be concerning, and we don't know. Probably it may take 1 or 2 weeks more, or till the day ego of Donald Trump is not satisfied. So see you again with another story.